Awesome. So here we do have AlphaSquad playing the red Terran pieces. Up here we have Arthur playing the yellow Protoss pieces as always. This map is called Andromeda. It's most known for this particular feature here, which is a pocket third base, mineral only. And the natural here is quite a long ways away. If you production buildings are here, you kind of have to meander up this way, go down the ramp, and then down to your third. Over here are some high ground pods where units can drop off at, and there's destructible debris. So you can't build defenses up here to prevent someone from getting into this. So they are able to drop siege down your geysers. Many player destroys these rocks early in the game, just so they don't have to deal with drops destroying their gas. Also, this choke is fairly wide. It takes quite a few buildings to wall this off completely. Arthur opening gateway, good option against Terran in the PvZ. And I have a bit of a surprise for this matchup. AlphaSquad does something very unorthodox in Starbow, or in Brood War in general. I'm quite happy to see it. I wish it was a bit of a longer game. I wish I had something to hide the replay bar. Actually, that might be next game, where he plays a rather unorthodox game. AlphaSquad just scouting around with his SCV, trying to find this Protoss base. I see the cybernetics coming down. Arthur's likely to get out Dragoons in this early stages of the game and secure an early expansion while possibly putting on some pressure against the Terran. Terran normally opens mech in this matchup. Mech trades very efficiently. We do see the gas being mined, and here we see the Merc compound come down. Very, very interesting. Merc compound, not something you normally see come out of the Protoss. Of the Terran. Protoss, Terran, all the same thing, right? And Arthur does see it, but I wonder if he knows what to do to react to it. And Xevious letting me know I'm able to hide the replay bar. Hero Xevious. He does see the Merc compound. We can see medics coming out, STEM being researched. That's right, he's going bio. And here's why bio works a bit better in Starbow, whereas it didn't work in Brood War, is the Merc. The Merc is an anti-armor unit with a grappling hook ability. It can also be upgraded with STEM. It can also be upgraded to have more health. It acts as a bit of a tank. Dragoon trying to poke up here, did a little bit of damage. And all of this should be sending up some big warning signs to Arthur. Arthur hasn't quite dedicated himself to protect. He is getting up a second gateway, which is a wise choice. He's going to want out as many units as he can to hold off this bio pressure. Another barracks coming down. Even more mercs getting added on. Here's their grappling hook ability. It is on a 6-second cooldown, and once it grapples on to its opponent, and it pulls itself to the target into melee range, and it slows the unit down by 80% for a second. So it can bang on it with its big hammer. Or it has a drill. Yeah, it has a drill. Is that a drill? We'll wait till they turn around. Barrel stabilizers coming out. This gives the Marines +1 range. Huge help. Stim coming out, and you can see they just jump on top of them so quickly. And all of these Dragoons have their shields completely shredded. And the Dragoons just can't Shredder Step Micro against this. More leaps coming out from the Dragoons. Arthur really getting caught out with all these Dragoons just getting pummeled. He's going to need to pull something to be able to hold this ramp against all of these mercs. Now, Zealots, on the other hand, do quite well against the mercs. You can see they only do 8 damage to light. And while unstemmed, they have an attack period of 1, which is quite slow. It's the same DPS as most workers have, or similar, slightly faster than workers. But that'll give you an idea of just how poor DPS they actually do against light units. Arthur, though, not adding on many more. He is getting out the Reavers, and a Reaver is an excellent answer to Bio, traditionally, because it, oh, and we have a SCV pull. AlphaSquad going all in with this, and some of the mercs, not a name I say frequently, so struggling with the name there, getting caught on. Oh, they get right on top of the Reaper and take it out so quickly. No Warp Prism there to save the Reaver, which is what you'll normally see as they get loaded up into the Warp Prism. This is just such a nice timing by AlphaSquad, getting into the base right before either the Reaver or the Warp Prism is out. So if he made the Warp Prism first, the Reaver wouldn't be done yet. And if he did it in this order, the Reaver would be out, but the Warp Prism wouldn't be out yet. It gets quite a bit of damage done. Unfortunately, though, AlphaSquad did pull a lot of resources to do that attack. If we can go to the Units tab, the worker count is actually pretty even, so he dealt out just as much damage as he took from himself. It's just this, Bio build can kind of fizzle off of one base. You really do need more bases. I'm mostly theorizing there. You don't see too many Bio games, so this is very much new territory for me. The speed upgrade for Warp Prisms is coming out, and another Reaver is on the way. He does have a Warp Prism out on the map. It was out doing some type of harass. I don't know if it actually dropped anything off. We kind of missed that. And it gets blinded! Blind does only last for 35 seconds, but it makes this unit have no vision. If we can swap over, you can see it just doesn't have any vision at all around it. And that makes dropping off the Reaver very risky for the Warp Prism. Warp Prism is going back in, and we can see here from and it just wore off just in time. Oftentimes the Warp Prism will run completely into turrets. Let's see how much work this Reaver can get done. Jumping right on top of it. Doesn't quite get through the shields though. We'll go switch back over to the everyone view. Arthur can't even shoot these turrets up here on the high ground with the Dragoons because the Warp Prism can't grant any vision with the current blind state. The medic being very consistent in dropping the blind off. A huge leap though by those mercs, getting right on top of the Reaver, just decimating the Reaver. And there we go, all of the Dragoons go down. Very good use of the merc by AlphaSquad. I'm very excited to see this. We'll see what the follow-up from Arthur is. He is getting his expansion out. Several Reavers out on the map to defend. Reavers getting this far on the map is quite an accomplishment. They are very slow. Here it comes, being picked up by the Warp Prism taxi service. Just two not gateways, these are barracks, guys, here for the Terran, and he's producing this army very, very slowly. You can see he has some more minerals, could possibly produce more, but it's just taking such a long time. Grappling hook right onto the Reaver, but Arthur with a pro micro does pick it up this time. Warp Prism is there to save it. It's just all of his Dragoons got eliminated. The Warp Prism going down. Poor Reaver trying to run away from the Marine. Doesn't quite get the Scarab shot off yet. For those of you who don't know, these are Reavers, and they do shoot out Scarabs, which have to be manufactured. They do cost 15 minerals per Scarab. And the production time takes quite a while. There are upgrades that you can get to increase the number of Scarabs, and actually, this decreases the build time of Scarabs by 4 seconds. That's a bit different from the Brood War. The Brood War version let you carry 10 at a time. Let's see if it shows how many they can carry. Yeah, they can only carry 5. Wow, that is a bit of a change. So this effectively increases the persistent damage of the Scarab, rather than allowing them to have a big burst of Scarabs over a short time span. Because normally your Scarabs would, after they run out of Scarabs, have to sit there and make the Scarabs, and it takes a while, and it really slows down the rate of fire. Arthur just trying to hang on though. But here's this big Merc army coming in. Lots of Reavers though. And you know, I really just don't know what Protoss can field that will be efficient against this. Of course, Zealots, as we mentioned earlier, but these Zealots don't have speed. They're going to be kited so heavily by the Bio army. Mercs, of course, don't do well against probes at all. We can see these Mercs do have 80 health, so they do die to a storm. But there should be an upgrade somewhere that gives them that's more energy. Where is that upgrade at? Don't know where the upgrade is, but there is an upgrade that gives them more health. Or do they already have it? I don't know. I don't know much about Mercs. I don't know what their base health is. Bunker, though, going down. 2 melee Mercs are inside of the bunker. Not exactly the best option to go into the bunker. Perhaps is going to do okay against the Zealots, but normally you want Marines inside that bunker. And you know, the bunker does give units +1 range, so I wonder if it increases the range of the Merc. Not that it's giving it enough range to do anything, though. The expansion going down is quite detrimental. It looks like Zealot speed is done, so that's going to be a huge help. Of course, the the poor Merc realizing they can't do much trapped inside that bunker. And I would really like to see what type of counter pressure Arthur is going to put on. Perhaps utilize some more Reaver drops to try to get around these missile turrets, perhaps back through here to get into the mineral line. Big engagement going down. Looks like... Oh, it looks like I missed the whole thing. I'm sorry, guys. I missed the final engagement there, but it looks like the Mercs did get on top of those Dragoons and just decimated the Protoss army. Very good play out of Alpha Squad.